Monday the 26th of March 2018, and I'm down in Surrey about to undertake part 1 of the Greensand walk. That's from here, Witley, to Haslemere. I'm doing it in reverse because normally people start in Haslemere and walk to Witley. Although there's no reason why you can't do it the other way, but it's just in terms of logistics. More trains back from Haslemere at the end. It's a cracking spring day. A bit cloudy, but sun breaking through. My first walk under BST this year, so we've got an extra hour at the end. It's already 1 o'clock, so just as well. Fair journey down from where I'm living. So let's get cracking. This is an entirely map-led walk, so no instructions. So it'll be interesting to see how I get back or get under way from here. I don't think it's signposted from the car park. Anyway, we'll soon find out. So luckily for me, I read the comments to this walk, and without the GPX file, which I don't have, you can get lost straight away by not finding this little hidden, as they refer to it, exit on platform 1, which is the northbound platform, which apparently leads directly onto the Greensand Way. So let's see if that's correct. Fingers crossed. Okay, here's my first Greensand Way marker post, and that's going in a direction back to the station over, I believe, is a green footbridge that I saw from the platform. But our onward journey is not straight ahead uphill, but I do believe it's left here, as indicated by a footpath marker hidden there behind this reed, or bamboo even, sorry. But it's not indicating that it's actually the Greensand Way. Anyway, we'll soon find out. Looking at the map, it appears to be right. Well, that's amazing. Early flowering, not rhododendron. Can't remember the name of that plant. Sure someone will tell me. We have it. Official recognition that I'm now on the correct path. So easy enough to get out of Witley station, thanks to that comments section of the Saturday Walkers Club page. There's further evidence. After recent weeks, this makes a very pleasant change. Still a little bit damp in places, but wind's dried a lot of it out, and although more is expected at the end of the week, the mini beast from the northeast, and that's why I'm walking today, because I think today's the best day of the week. But yeah, this is good walking. And now we start to see lots of good signage as we cross this B road. Shortly after this hill climb here, hit our first bench of the day. Of Bannacle Hill Road. Do a left, as clearly signposted. Greensand Way, up this flight of steps, I do believe, to take you off this what is a quiet lane anyway. But let's take the official way, I believe. And very pleasant it is too. Tree lines disappeared on my right, so views open up. Something dead in the field over there. Quite large. Could even be a fox. Unsure. or a hare, more likely. Big anyway. That's why it caught my eye. Just come out the Woodland Trust Heath Hills Wood. Very pleasant it was. Plenty of bird song here today, but I haven't yet heard here the omnipresent chiff-chaff, which I heard for the first time this year up near my place. So that's March the 25th, first sounding of the chiff-chaff this season for me. Left, downhill at this juncture, not right as I just did and wasted 10 minutes. Coming down that last section was a bit like walking down a riverbed, a dry one. Quite a narrow rivulet, not much of a footpath. Anyway, back on track now. Now about to cross the busy A286. Village of Brook on my left. Signage is a bit loose next to this police dog training centre. Onward journeys through this tall circular gate, which might be tricky with a pack on your back. Indeed it was. Clearly not designed by walkers. Needs replacing in my humble. Plenty of space there for a aluminium circular kissing gate to be put in. Now an ascent through lovely mixed woodland. That's a bit better. Plenty of room behind the back of that. Now coming out into more open countryside. Got a bit cloudier now, as you can see as well. Temperature's dropped as a consequence a little bit. The old gorse out. Memories of chroma here for me, albeit probably a different type of gorse up there. Interesting smell around here as well. Foxes maybe. And a third. Some kind of herbicide or chemical being put down on this field. Mile of the day. Quite a high crossing point there as well. Makes it a little bit tricky. The bar, I mean. Lovely cluster of daffs over there. Always lovely to see in their wild environment. I'm not sure they're wild ones. More of that herbicide down in this field or whatever it is. Grass seed. Natural environment round here. No accident that the founder of the National Trust set himself up in Haslemere, I believe. So much of the land around Haslemere is trust land and well protected, farmed in the right way, etc. Private lake through there with its tributary running under our path. Yeah, it's that time of year when the old cattle come out of the barns and into the fields. Glad I haven't got to tackle that lot. Busy A3 coming into view now. There we have it. Once we get near human habitation again, all the litter starts appearing. People must just chuck it out the side of the car window. It's just ridiculous. Can't believe anybody's so inconsiderate. This country's in a right mess, literally. Go, bit of builder's waste. So under the A3 we go. Good idea. Horse margins. Keeps them out of our walkers' way. Here it is. So there you have it, London Guildford, the A3. Interestingly, the Stranglers are playing Guildford today, and I'm not there, I'm out here. Couldn't combine them both really. Oh dear. Can't see any, so fingers crossed. Just reached the village of Thursley, which is almost the halfway point. Lovely church here of St Michael and All Angels. Wonder if they remembered to put the clock forward. Wonderful church. Let's have a little look in here while we're invited in. A wonderful little church. Bells are pulled from down here, actually in the church, which is interesting. A little bit of background to it as we approach this very religious week in the Christian world. Unusual to have a carpet in the church as well. List of all the vicars here, right back to 1030. And there's the current one, I presume, John Jeremy Page. Wonderful little place this is. Thursley in Surrey. Not that far from where I was born actually. In a town called Malice, Woking. There's a little seat there, so we'll have a quick pit stop. Pleasant enough vista. With a great tit chirping in the background there. Really is the busiest singer at this time of year, prior to the arrival of the chiff chaff, and then the blackcap will turn up. Sometimes the chaffinch. Okay, 3:30, pit stop's been had, and while I've been sat here, noticed a couple of what appear to be buzzards. I can't get them in view on this camera at the moment because they're too high, but lovely to watch on the eddies, you know, just floating on the eddies up there. Getting higher and higher, the thermals. And then of course these jackdaws are all over the place. There you go. Yep. Right, that's a very good position to have. King of the castle. Hey, it continues to be good underfoot. Views back towards the Surrey Hills from a point the other side of Thursley. Now you may just be able to hear a jet in the background. Generally speaking though, this walk is not too badly affected by Gatwick. Hidden in the holly is our onward journey here at Hedge Farm, and it is right, not as I naturally assumed, left. Another dog being kidnapped or dog-napped by the sounds of it. Onward journey here is up this byway, 60 mile an hour. I don't think so. Yeah, talk about potholes in the urban roads. Some serious ruts going on here as we slowly ascend. Plenty of noise down below. Tired mums and energetic young lambs. Lovely. Now entering the Devil's Punch Bowl. Lovely geological feature that is. Got a number of options here, even a cafe 1.75 miles away. Anyway, we're up to Gibbet Hill, 1.25 miles hence, via classic Surrey Hills countryside. Wonderful views to my right as I ascend Gibbet Hill. Baskervilles behind me, chasing me no doubt. Pack of hounds somewhere. Bench here in memory of Sybil Clements. The original view she would have had is somewhat tarnished now by this gorse bush in front of it. Still gives you a good impression though. Very pleasant walking on a weekday. Probably a different kettle of fish at the weekend. I haven't met a soul up here. Brilliant. Bit of disturbance on my left from the A3, but that goes into its tunnel soon, so even that will disappear. Glorious. Just on top of Gibbet Hill, I believe, or not far from it. Cracking views over the Punch Bowl. And of course, as soon as you get near the car park, which is not far from here, get a few more people knocking around. Monument here. We're at a height of about, well, I'll find out in a minute because there's a trig point over there. A much better view down the valley from here as well. Down the Punch Bowl. actually at 272 metres here, so not far short of 800 foot. So that was an information panel about the Gibbet Celtic cross, designed to put highwaymen off attacking people, apparently. Looking towards the South Downs, I believe. Yeah. So here we are, 272 metres, Hindhead Commons. In fact, I got that completely wrong, and that is the opposite direction, and that's the North Downs and London and so forth. Thought it looked a bit urban. Thought that was Brighton over there. Good grief. Anyway, yeah, the North Downs. Surrey Hills and so on. It's departing Gibbet Hill, of which there's one in, where is it? The Wiltshire walk, Berkshire, sorry. Oh God, what's that walk I did? Come to me in a minute. 2.5 miles to Haslemere now, so about an hour's walking, I should think. So we're leaving the byway and joining this bridleway. Kinton, still can't think of that place, over in Wiltshire with Gibbet Hill. Straight on here at this crossroads. Just me and the robin. And the minor hum of traffic coming out of the tunnel. Incredible to think there's a tunnel underneath us here. Wonderful landscape up here. And I see some of those cattle over there. The wild, not the belted Galloways? Can't tell what they are. But that kind of thing that the trust uses, keep the vegetation down. They're alright, because they're never in great big herds. Will be the South Downs over there on my left. Petersfield and what have you were indicated as being in that direction. That's a better view of the Downs. Hopefully I'll be back down there soon now the days are longer. Can squeeze in walks down there just about now. Particularly when the new timetable comes into effect from Hitchin down to Brighton and so on. Gatwick. May that'll be. Touch wood. Slightly confusing just by the hotel at Hindhead there, but I got my head round it. There's the hotel through the trees, and we're basically skirting around the gardens of it. Yep, Greensand Way straight on, just by the entrance to these houses. Now last I looked, this was a footpath, so yet again another blatant example of horses taking the Michael. Well, I take that back, it's a permissive bridleway, hence that's why it's all churned up, mind. Very pleasant section of walking here. Fringes of Haslemere on the right. Still the slight hum of the A3. Oh, 5:15 now, I think. Nice one, Peter Briggs. Nice vantage point you picked here. It's interesting, sometimes the signage is red and white, sometimes black and gold, sometimes blue, turquoisey and white. Probably reflecting whether it's a byway or a footpath or a boat or a bridleway, I'm not sure. That's what it's looking like. Well, I've just learnt something interesting. Just heard what I thought was the mewing of a buzzard. Looked up above me, couldn't see one. But what I did see was a jay fly off. So that's first time I've heard that. A jay with a mewing like a buzzard. Usually all you hear from them is that sort of laugh sound. Cackling noise. I might be wrong, but it certainly looked like a jay to me. As the old song thrushes come out now. Wonderful pastoral scene here. Very considerate. And there in the background you can hear the usual noise of a jay. Through the final suburban part of the walk. And I can hear some goldcrests very close by. In leafy Haslemere. Church of St Bartholomew's, Haslemere. So here we are back at Haslemere. 10 miles, or approximately 10.1 miles, just over 4 hours later, of what was a very pleasant walk. Lots of variety in the scenery there, nicely wooded, great walk. Not too muddy, very pleasant day, which is just coming to an end. Moon up there. So highly recommend that one. Nice bit of Greensand Way, as opposed to the Greensand Ridge in Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire. Yep, till the next time.